Hello everyone, this is G331979 here. And this video is going to be about I'm going to tell you some of my encounters with women, but particularly in this one, it's going to be about my encounters with a lot of white married women back in the day that I didn't even know that they were married. But you find out soon enough when I'm talking about, because it pertains to a lot of cases why a lot of white dudes do go to Midtown. I had plenty of women, particularly white American women in the United States, tell me, either when I find out, like say during the course of maybe 2 to 3 months, and once I find out, by the way, I hope you know, I called it off right then and there. That's just me. But it seems like it's American culture throughout America, throughout the United States, Canada, yes, a lot of cases in Mexico, with this gyncentric, feministic behavior, encourage women to be promiscuous and act more sexually behaved like males than steadily being a crafty female and learn how to conduct and construct herself as a woman. I digress. A lot of them look for sexual substance, something that was missing in their lives. And contrary to belief, when I'm telling you this, they would treat me better. It's not about that, the fact that I'm an Aboriginal black male. It's just the fact that black men, for the most part, they own their women through masculinity. And what I mean about that, I'm not saying all white males are unmasculine, but I'm saying the ones that partake in a relationship are afraid. Because I seen this when I used to work for a corporate company a long time ago in retail. That I give an example where white men would tell, when it comes to say design to get a perfect carpet for their house and whatnot, he's like, oh, I gotta ask my boss permission. And I'm like, who's this boss? Like, it's your house. You paying for the shit, right? Yeah, but my wife is my boss. I'm like, what? I'm like, your wife is a boss? Like, dude, are you a simp? No, I'm not wife of a prostitute. I'm like, you don't get what the whole analogy of simp is. Like I said in my last video that I just uploaded, a simp is a sucker, idolizing mediocre pussy. Women only want men to lead. If you got a woman that's handpicking you, and you know that she's that type, but you marry her anyway, because you allow her to guilt trip you in a relationship, then you the bitch. And most women look for solidarity in an alpha male, not a beta male. Now I know plenty of white dudes that hold it down with their women, and they're not planning to follow on the MGTOW philosophy or any other philosophy of bachelorhood anytime soon. It's not going to happen. It is what it is. Not everybody's, like I said previous times, not everybody's meant to be in MGTOW. But that's just a brief introduction to what I'm getting at. Is a lot of these women, when I came across with and I had sex with, it was like nearly 3 times a fucking day, as if they never had it before. And I asked them, like, hey, what's the last relationship that you were with, what it was like? Just out of curiosity. He's like, what do you mean? No woman would want to have sex like this all the fucking time. More likely, this probably a fling. And I know there's a couple of hints where I be the, like, you know, they always want to come to my house and do it, or they always want to go to a friend's house or a sister's house. Yes, there are a lot of cases where if like, for example, if a black dude is married to a black woman and his wife is cheating on him, her sister, which is his in-law, is going to back her up, even though she knows that's morally wrong. She's going to back her up based on the emotion premise that they are family. Not based on the emotional premise, the fact that, hey, you are fucking up a family by doing this, and try to put a stop to it. Well, I got plenty of them that would do that. And when they would, like I said before, you call me what you want, you call me a womanizer, you call me a home wrecker, you know. I was a bachelor at this time. This was like 15 years ago. And this went on for like a good 5 to almost 6 years. And I'm telling you, I say 90% of American women in general, doesn't matter what ethnicity, are full of shit. Now you're going to say, hey, how the fuck you got a wife? Because I got lucky and found the 10%. A lot of the black brothers and Hispanic brothers are dating out and getting the fuck out of the United States in large. They're marrying foreign women to other countries. Drop the fucking planet. But one thing I learned that they don't do, they don't marry North American women. That's including the United States, Canada, Mexico, the Caribbean, the Caribbean islands, as well as the North and South Pacific. You know, they're women, actually the women over there tend to be much more feminine and much more ladylike. Something that American, United States, mainland women and North American women in general lose touch of. When white men find out when his women cheat on him, like I said, it's a culture shock. Because for a long time, the images in media project that their families are much more stable than black families. In actuality, when you look at the divorce rates among white couples, they just as high, in a lot of cases, 3 to 4 times higher. Yes, 3 to 4 times higher. And when they said that the average person, the marriage don't last no more than 5 years, they're referring to white couples. No lie. No lie. Not every time I had sex with a married white woman, their marriage would end within 5 years after I break off the flame with them. 5 years on the dot. Oh, I like the good part is I like when they tell you that, oh, we just legally separated. Okay, if you legally separated, can you show me the papers? You stating that? They don't show you, fellas, get out. Leave while you still can. You know, I told one bitch, hey, you know, I'm not a pity fuck. You know, you want to get your rocks off, that's one thing. Go ask someone else that don't give a fuck. But I don't want this conscience to linger in my head. But I came to terms that almost, I say, out of 100 encounters that I had with white women back in the day, half of them were at one point in a relationship or were married. Half of them. Half of them. And half of the time, the white dudes that they in a relationship with, they know, they just don't have the nuts to do anything about it. They don't. They don't. There's a video that Mad Bus Driver uploaded. I forgot the name of the video. Yeah, the Black of Spades or the Ace of Spades. I think YouTube took it down. Or is it still up? No, I'm sorry, it's still up. But the second one, it's so racy, he had to upload it on Facebook. But anyway, it explains part of that culture. And for MGTOW men, I'm talking about predominantly MGTOW men in color, like black and brown and yellow people. I want you to take a look at that video because there's a lot of truth that he explains. I've seen cases where, this is when it's coming up, I've seen cases where my accountants, I didn't know, I heard about it, but I didn't really like pay close attention until I look back about, say, 7 years ago and realize, oh shit. For example, if you ever see a woman, a white woman, with, say, a Queen of Spades tattoo or a charm bracelet on her wrist or her ankle, or like I said, Queen of Spades tattoo on the back of the, you know, the tramp stamp style, or on the belly button, on the arm and the upper shoulder, or some cases they wear a shirt. That means they're into black dick. And a lot of white dudes that marry them usually don't know. They usually don't know. Yes, you got some white dudes that's into that shit. And those that usually into it, you're gonna laugh at the biggest bigots and racists on the face of the planet Earth. You'd be surprised that you got politicians that's into this shit. You got police. Yes, you got a lot of white male police officers. I'm not gonna name names. Got a lot of white men and like different demographics of power that's into their women getting fucked by a black dude because they can't do it. They can't do it whatsoever. And they would, in some cases, encourage the black man to be the sperm donor. And they would raise that child, a biracial child, as if that's their own kid. And then the sad part is, within 5 years of that, the white woman will cut them off. And if you follow the pattern, the white man will end up being in MGTOW. So I want to put it past me. I'm not saying all, but I said most of the white MGTOW are from that sector. And I said in my previous video that I'm uploading that I'm going to ruff up feathers by explaining this. Do not get mad when I tell truth like this. This is real truth. This is not opinion. This is facts. I know plenty of black dudes that had the exact same encounters that I did. I know plenty of Hispanics that went through the exact same thing. Hell, I even know plenty of heavy melanated Arabs or Middle Eastern men that went through this, as well as Asian men. And they all could tell you that out of all the different type of ethnic groups of American women in the United States, when it comes to biggest sluts, the two biggest sluts are white women and black women. That's why I said 90% of American women ain't shit, because they're full of shit. And believe it or not, I'm going to sit here and tell you this too. A lot of Hispanic women that have been here for like at least a good, say their family's been here for like a good, say 10, maybe 15 generations deep. They always caught up to the American culture, so they know fucking different. I know. I fucking know. I've been around the block. Been all over the fucking damn country for the most part, and I could tell you. How women could be full of shit. And a lot of these guys, myself included, end up, marrying a foreign woman. Pretty much. End up dating and marrying a foreign woman. That's away from the westernized culture. Yeah, I know bits and pieces of westernized culture. It's in China, for example, but that's only in northern China. Even northern Chinese women, They act like that among their own China males, but when there's black men, they act right. I'm not making this shit up. They act fucking right, contrary to belief. This is just me ruffling up feathers. I'm not deliberately doing this. I'm just explaining the culture, man. And this is what, you know, us men in color go through. You know, I could go on all day about the situation with my accountants and shit like that. But like I said before, at first I didn't put two to two together until like 7 years ago. Like, oh shit. Now I understand what a lot of black and Hispanic guys and even Asian guys were talking about. The charm bracelets of the Ace of Spades. I met the ones that were single. Or so they claimed that they single, but they were sneaky deaky behind their husbands' backs, in other words. You could tell a lot of them never wore a wedding band or engagement ring. Once they got married, they took that shit off. They're pressured to marry their white knight, as they call them. That's where the term white knight came from. You know, there's many factors here. I don't want to make a series, but it looked like I might have to make a series. I'm probably just going to just wait until next month come once my copyright strike lifted and I could do like an hour worth of me just giving you like little stories here and there. You'd be surprised. This is G331979 here, and I'm out. Stay tuned.